I like the subtlety of that. That's fun.
Black, black on. Black on.
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we're taking a look at NCT's Black on Black from 2018. This is one of the top 5 most recommended things you guys wanted me to look at in celebration of hitting 5,000 subscribers. We're here, ready to watch, can't wait, let's check it out. So many of them. I know it's with everybody in NCT at this time. It'd be funny if they weren't wearing black. Dream, I'm assuming they're NCT Dream? Like they're introducing the different units, is what this feels like. But he's in like 4 of them. Cool. Gotta turn it up. Cool. I like the subtlety of that. That's fun. Wow. That's kind of fun though, you know? Oh, we're zooming. Why are we zooming? I mean, cool. Dope. Yay for NCT! I mean, that was kind of cool for the most part, yeah. I mean, I like the visuals. I do. I think choreographically, for the amount of people, I think they did a pretty good job keeping everybody together. And that's, especially for a lot of the groups not really operating with each other, they did a pretty good job looking like one group. So we got to give them that for sure. Just because they're all under NCT, a lot of them don't work together because they're all in different units. You know what I mean? So that's cool. We have a dance practice. Let's watch this one. I wonder if this one will be cut at all. I hope not, so we can look at it. Love the cheers. We'll see though. This is a moving version. This is cool. Cool. Woo! Cheer 'em on! Because they can't stop moving for the next 3 minutes. We're the dream team, yep. Cool. Nice little Valdez on that part to the push-up position. Nice. Fun! I like the dance practice a lot. I think I like the dance practice more because you get to really vibe with the movement quality because they're not restricted by whatever they're wearing. Cool. Nice. And it's also one take. Ha 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 ha. Come on. Okay. Nice. I really like the formation of this. And then just one of them not doing that at all. Fun. Is that 10? His face looks familiar because I just looked at an entire track of just one of them and I think that's him. There's another one that looks familiar. Is he Lucas, maybe? Interesting what happened in the back there. That is fun to the camera. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the top. There's something I'm gonna check real quick though. Okay, the choreographer was somebody by the name of Prepix maybe? Somebody, it's my first time hearing of this individual, which is kind of cool. Maybe on my own time I'll go dive a little bit into that person because there is some other NCT choreo that they have done. So I was just curious who did it because there wasn't anything that stuck out to me as notable from other choreographers I've seen exposed on the SM circuit specifically. So, but I like the cheers in the beginning, really fun. Like I said, I like the dance practice more for 2 reasons. Firstly, because it is technically a one take where we don't have all these extra cuts and extra shots of the cinematic side, but luckily we got to see a cinematic version, which is really cool. And second, because they all look like they're wearing clothing that is more comfortable to them, so they're able to do the movement qualities that they feel works. Because sometimes when you're in stage outfits, sometimes it just feels awkward, you know? So, and some of the choreo may come across differently and modified in the cinematic version because they make changes depending on what kind of shots you want to get. That's just what happens. But in the dance practice space, we get to see it how it was choreographically, you know, supposed to be vibe and movement quality. So from the top here, the pulsing right here, I like it with the breath. Boom, nice with the bass. It does have definitely like build up roar, you know, animalistic kind of vibe to it. It happens a couple times. It does remind me just subtly of, it was like a Haka influenced routine from Prime Kings of their Mega Crew back during when they just got eliminated from Street Man Fighter. They did their own production, which I thought was really cool. But that kind of like roar, that kind of presentation is what it reminds me of in the first couple of times they do it. So I do like it. Everybody pressing down. Their heads look really nice. Rah, that part right there. Rah. So everybody taking their arms, creating some sense of legato or tension bleed through that, which is really nice. Then they go boom, 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 cool. They triple that. And then you have one of them come up. Goes, really nice. Now, I'm assuming, so there's somebody by the name of Taeyong, right? Could it be my guy right here? I don't know. He doesn't look familiar to me. Could be him. I'm assuming there's like a leader, right? And that's the person that's been noted as a leader of NCT. And so that would be my guess if he's the first person that projects out and is the first point. I kind of feel like that would be the most appropriate person to be in that position in the very beginning. But once again, I could be wrong, and that's fine. I like that, where they go, boom, everybody kind of popping off, setting up in their own way. There we go, dig through, boom, little jack to come up, hitting it through, nice switch of the arms here as they present it forward. Nice accent there, great usage of the head and the upper body to help make that look more forceful. Nice clap there, D-D-D-D-D, nice with that as well. You have one of our guys not quite on the same page in terms of how many going front to back you're doing, but it's nothing crazy. It's a dance practice, whatever, right? Rocking it around, really nice. Seeing that, I like the subtlety. He comes up, drops it down, everybody else joins back in, but they're kind of doing their own thing. I really like this accent, lanky perspective that he's doing in movement, which is really cool. He comes up, da-da-da, they go out, bring it back in. There's no one moving in the back, so they create a really nice environment of stoicness, but it's still, you know, they're not taking away from what's going on in front, which looks really good. He comes up, da-da-da-da-da-da, drops it down, really cool. Everybody, nice little punch up. Great usage of the upper body to help make that look more forceful. They extend that inside leg to the outside, which is, or inside to, sorry, they take their outside leg and fan it to the inside. Not fan, but like shoot it out to the inside, which is nice. Nice hop on that. They go back in, boom, boom. Really like the fullness here. Accent on that too, and so the first one's really nice. They rebound it, and then they do something more texturized out of it the second time, which is cool. The swing. They rotate that wrist to re-prep it. Really cool. The DDD, boom, nice throw on that. Cool. That, I'm assuming this is the symbol of NCT, possibly rolling it through. I like that everybody hops over everybody. Cool. Then we're building up the energy. I'm gonna guess this is NCT Dream. There's a little kick out. They call it a kick out, a shootout. I've heard it called both. Bring it back in. I like the slide. DDD, nice. Nice rock there, bah, 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 bah. Then they slide it across. Love that. Great essence from, I think that's Mark, right? That's very safe to guess that. And I like how they're taking the feet, moving it from side to side, heel toe. Really nice. But honestly, they're just switching their bevels. Doom, doom. You could have gotten away with a lock, but not really a lock. It just has more of a rock and a bounce rebound to it. Not really a lock technique of any kind, which I think is fine. Hitting it through. I like the subtlety of the back. They take it in the corners. Nice stability check, switching of the feet, swinging it around and down. Nice taking it around. Now we're going into a 6-step, which is cool. I don't know if they quite finished it, but they do a 6-step variant of some kind to get to the front. Then they rotate that hinge around. Really nice. That do-do-do-do. Love that. They drop down. I like the kicks on that. Using their arms to help create extra bounce to the switching of the feet, which is nice. Then that's a Valdez. Looks really nice. I would say for the most part. They did it for in general. Some of them went more side and some actually went for a full Valdez, which is nice. Back in. Now into the push-up, which is cool. I like that everybody drops on that part, so it feels like we're all connected again. There's that, hey! So they push up. Now, are they trying to go for like a dolphin? I don't think so, because there's no body roll that's initiating, but they are bending the leg like they are. That right there. Does that make sense? I feel like, are we trying to go for one of those where they go boom, one of those? I don't quite know, but it feels more like a push-up, like an alligator, a crocodile push-up. And then you take those popped up from the back, looks really cool. So they create really nice levels. So you have half of them still on the ground, got half that have moved to a crouching position and some that have gone to standing. So they create a nice accent, hey, to come up. Now we have our second group up to stand, and then our third group is getting up to walk too. Good transition, I like that. Great essence for my new feature in the front, which is cool. The punch here, boom, boom. Now, some people may be curious, because for me, I do have history of adjudicating mega crews on the hip hop international circuit, and this would have been considered a mega crew if out of just hypothetical, how would this score? It probably wouldn't score very well because firstly, it wasn't made for that type of circuit. Secondly, it doesn't have an established fundamental of style to justify. It's too much of a hybrid. And thirdly, it's too much in unison and there's not a ton of formations that showcase creativity. Outside of the production, I would say the song itself would help in creativity, but a lot of the content not so much. So unfortunately, it wouldn't score well on a mega crew format, but it is still very nice to see all of them. And I think the point of it is to showcase and create a unified front of all of the subunits or units into one big, huge collaboration. I think that's really fun, and I think that's the appropriate way to look at it, more so than how would this fare on a competitive circuit, because it wasn't made for that, and I don't think people care about that as much. But I know some of you may just be curious about how it would fare. I don't think, I think they would need more time, more complexity, and more fundamental styles to look into in order to do it. But all in all, though, I really like how the movement does match the music pretty well. The formations, the commitment, the presence that all of them are bringing is really nice. No one sticks out, which is great. So regardless if somebody's known for singing or rapping and not as dancing, they don't stick out in that way, and our dancers don't stick out unnecessarily either. So I'm a fan of it. It looks really good. Take it through, boom, boom, boom. I like that rotation to drop it down is really cool. Ding, ding, ding. I like that syncopation to bring it back up. I like that part, do-da boom, nice. Honestly, too, this is more in sync than you would normally expect from an NCT routine, especially like I've seen a lot of the 127 segment of NCT. This is cleaner than probably most of the other ones I've seen. Now, NCT Wish is the cleanest NCT unit that I have seen so far, but I'm still there's like over 100 different routines to look at, just not even including extra music, just sheer dance. So that's a lot. That's going to take a couple months of marathons for me to even want to tackle NCT right now. But I digress. All that to say, I have a very limited knowledge of NCT in the sense of synchronicity. So I do rely upon a lot of what you guys reference, and a lot of you say that they care more about individuality than synchronicity. But I always say that there's beauty to be had in both. A group doesn't have to be known for being in sync to showcase that as a really good skill set to enhance their concept, and that's just a little side note. And all that to say, it does make this look better because it is clean. I like it. I like the opposition. Boom. They hit it. Nice little recoil or reverb at the end. And then that causes the next movement to want to take place, which is the upper body shooting it out. Love that. Really like having that. I would say if I were to give a note to this, you notice my guy back here, he has his arm established over on stage left. It's either we're missing someone or I would have had him take his arms up to complement what my center's doing down. That's just a little thing I'm noticing here. But also, we have somebody hanging out right here. So I'm just curious about what this formation is. Oh, there's multiple V's happening. There's so many of them. That's really cool. I like the choice of the interruption with the hand, the hitting it through, do-do-do. Nice little step back with body roll, looks nice. Pulling it through, when they take that back leg. Honestly, everybody's front leg is, they created a nice little snap action with the foot, except for your front person, they hit it from the back leg, which was cool. Then they bring it up, dee-dee-dee, boom, nice throw out of that. Cool. Do-do-doom-doom. I really like the ISO, but it's very rigid. So it definitely adds a lot to the machine-ish vibes. Yeah, I mean, my note still stands because if you look here, it's a group of 5, odd numbers. So he's technically the back point, so he could have totally gotten away with having his arms a little bit higher. But it was so not even a issue, it's just a note or an observation. They didn't have to change a thing. It looks great, so they could just leave everything be and it'd be great. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, so many of you recommended this, which means it must be good, right? And it is. I like the accent, boom, and then right here, this is a di-di-di-di-di-di-di, so they're tripling up the feet. So it's a pas de bourrée, right? So essentially. So they take it, but some of them are just kind of pitter-pattering their feet, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, and some of them are actually adding a little rock to it, da-da-da, or whatever you call it, like a rock and a bounce, and so like a down bounce as they're doing. Honestly, it looks like a pas de bourrée that they were supposed to be doing, and you can see it from those that are closer to the front. My guy right here would be my example of somebody doing it the way that I would assume it's supposed to be done. That's just all core right there. You got to engage the core the whole time for that. And once again, it's doubling up, right? So same BPM, but they're hitting it in double time compared to what they have been doing, which I think is really fun. There we go, really fun. And so they have the pony, and then they have the arms that are ticking up to make it nice and complimentary. Very nice to see these two lines. Mwah, chef's kiss. Ding, ding. And I like that it's split down the center, and you have two of them complement. Broom, 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 broom. Love that. Looks great directionally. Super fun. Can't go wrong with that. I love that. I think it's, what is it, a single double axle? What are they doing? Turn. Just a single. Jump. Love that. Bring it up, ding, 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 ding. Now that kind of movement there, it can come across very underwhelming. Even if you have a lot of people, it can still come across that way, but it looks very full. I like that everyone's commitment really sells it. Usage of the back to really create that nice angle. As they're hitting it and accenting it, looks great. Bring it up, ding, ding, ding. I like that choice with the break the neck before they break out of it. Everyone makes their own individualized choice. I love that, and I can appreciate when they choose to do it because they were clean before, during, and after in other elements. So the areas they do choose to go individual in artist choice on, I can appreciate a little bit more authentically and know that that was in fact a choice they made themselves, which I like. Cool. Little hop there, the slide there is nice. So we're going, transitioning, boom, dee, accenting out, wow, I like it with my center. He expands out, everybody expands to complement, but they're facing each other. Boom, so it's technically mirrored what they're doing because they're taking their arm closest to the audience, using that to promote forward. That's a really dope move. I love that. Boom, 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 turns into a little MC rock there. I like that. Boom, doing the pull out and the pull away, which is really nice. D, 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 D. That looks really sick too. They build it up. Really nice on that sound. Little sweep. I mean, was that a sweep the first time? Probably not. They just kind of slid that foot and they drop the body. Notice that they have to lock up usage of the lats to keep this nice and still so they can rotate the upper chest and the arms complement it. Love that choice. That was actually really cool. And they switch it and then nice little ball change to come out of it. And they take it D. I like that. Kind of feels like a little ping pong action as they drop down. That was nice from everybody. Love that. Whirl, whirl. Really cool. And on the third one, they hold and suspend it. Cool, now everybody's prepped. Look how clean this prep is. Yay for everyone. I mean, you have one of them. I'm curious what he's about to do, but everybody's has their the correct foot down. So you can tell it's unison, and some people are using the arm to help with the momentum to get around. They take it through. I like that swipe to come right back up. Interesting. I think one of them didn't quite go all the way down. Oh, no. So he just ran to his spot, which makes sense because it was a transition. So if he ended up doing that move, he could have possibly tripped up the new feature. Black on black. I love the hop on that. Great commitment. Wow, boom, and he drops down. Comes up right there into the unison. Love that choice. Boom, boom. Look at the tension of the legato to come out of that aggression of the staccato from before. Staccato meaning sharp, legato meaning smooth. So having a switch between those two on a type of track like this can really help create breath. Not this kind of breath. We do establish it in the beginning, but more so it allows me time to breathe while I'm watching, or time to digest what I'm looking at, which is exactly what you want to see. Which is something that with NCT, they don't really struggle with, even with the weird choreos. There's a lot of texture shifts. So that's not something surprising. Like, what they're doing here is not surprising to me. It's not the most captivating thing in the world, but it's still really impressive to have multiple groups that don't really work together normally all come together to represent the brand NCT and kill it, you know? And they do a really good job of it. Now, is this my favorite NCT routine? No, and that's okay. This is also from 2018, and I'm operating from a 2024 lens. So if they, if I see a 2024 equivalence of this, maybe I'll be singing a different tune. But I really like the intention behind it. I think it's one of my favorite intentions that I've seen in a routine in the K-pop scene for sure. I think it's really cool, and I definitely feel that feels like all the fan base is united too. Because just because you're a fan of NCT 127 doesn't mean you're a fan of NCT, right? Not everybody vibes like that. Or maybe you do. I am curious about it. You let me know all the tea, all the details about that. And I also know some people that are here are no longer with NCT. So this is also like a little snapshot of history is really what we're looking at. And I can appreciate and respect that immensely. That's really fun to look at. Like that hit. Now here, I'm always a sucker for head eyes. So as you could tell, some of them cater more towards the shoulders and how they set up. It wasn't quite clear to see the actual shoulder to initiate in the head ISO. So that would be my note there on a technique side. But I really like it. And that was a note that I would give from the performance version. It's not just here. I noticed it both times. I like the push or like the tension of the accent of the chest there. Doing it twice. Bringing it black on black. He's doing a nice little prep, little jump. I like this peel out. Really cool. And it is clean. That is very impressive and very clean. Very nice. That black, boom, ding, ding, ding. I really like the setup. It felt like I call it like a little transformer fixed point build up is what that looks like. Really cool. Da-da-doom. Speed change. Love it. That's a really good way to get back. That black, he takes his hat, of course. It falls off. He takes it. Nice little throw right there is really fun. Comes forward. There's your little chugs. Now those, what's really fun, if you've ever been curious about that particular chug, I always think about if you want to like really go for it and lean back, you can think about drum majors in marching bands sometimes. Some of them go freaking ham with those chugs, and I always take inspiration from them whenever it comes to that type of move because it can feel so full and so unified, and it feels like we're commanding the stage in a different way. I do like how they're doing the chugs here though. It's cool. It's very easy for me to see what it is. Everyone makes different choices, but we have variety of levels, and feels like most people are opting to go and pose more to the right, and then you have a couple occasional to the left people. So that would be my note too. So it feels like we have one too many that are on the midline that are posing to this direction. So I would actually have my guy right here pose that way, and I think it'd be the perfect amount of left to right. But I like the subtlety that he has there, really cool. I think he's no longer with NCT, right? I don't know if it was because SM doesn't really know how to manage scandals very well. Honestly, no agency does, but I think, wasn't he a part of a scandal or something, and now he's a solo artist with some track? I don't know. There was a member of somebody who was a part of a group with SM who's now debuted as a soloist. It's a whole thing. I'm curious. You let me know. I don't know a lot of the ins and outs of fandoms or groups, so I love learning those things from you guys because I think I'll get way more accurate information from you versus Google. So I like that right here. I like how they take it and they peel it around. Did I miss anything? I feel like I did. No, they just expanded it to the inside. I love the poses and the cleanliness of how they get up. That is... You'd be shocked at how difficult it is sometimes to get up into a position and not make it look hard. Like, that's really good to make it look so stable. I also appreciate, if you notice, you have other members that are grabbing onto their ankles to promote some sense of stability, which I love, that thoroughness, because we don't know, there's a chance they may have performed this at their concerts, that kind of stuff, which I think would be awesome. But thinking about, fatigued version of you, are you going to be able to hold that as stably? So it's nice to be able to have that extra, not wiggle room, but stability from a neighbor that it's going to make sure you're not going to fall down, So I do appreciate that. I like how he dropped here. And then everybody takes their head. Boo, boo, da, 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 da. I like that. And then having literally one of them not move his head at all. Then they hop down, and I really, really enjoy how that built out. So the people who jumped off created a nice add-on with those that were in front. That's impressive. I really like that. That's cool. Then you have the absence of movement from one that was completely standing, another one that just got finished being featured. They peel it out. Really love that. Everybody goes out, drop it down. I do think that could have been a little bit more powerful, but once again, one take. I will take the win for the one take. I like this right here. Boom, boom. Now I like the pulsing that's happening, or they bring it up and around. I think this is 10. I'm going to guess that. I like that. Boom. I love that choice. I know he was known as a main dancer, maybe, right? So it would make sense for him to have a dance feature if he's known as a main dancer. That's just my guess. I like this choice, that boom. I really like the uses of the chest that he did there. Turns it through. Ooh, the quickness of that was really cool. That boom, boom. Nice on the cha-cha. Cool. Ding, ding, ding. I really like the tension built there. I call him 10 for tension because of his tension, whether it's sexual tension or legato to staccato tension in between those types of things. I've only seen literally one thing, and it was birthday. If if that tells you what I have to go off of when it comes to Ten's movement quality. I have a feeling that I'll have to... Oh, and Dreamin' a Dream. That one too, of course, yes. So I do know kind of Ten's movement quality, but there's still a lot of life that he has lived that could have modified his progression in some way. But this is 2018. This is not 2024. How I was dancing in 2018 is night and day compared to how I dance now. So I know with what I'm looking at here, good chance all of them are significantly better and look more natural in their respective choreographic styles. That was nice. Jun, 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 jun. He had to use the back to make sure that those propel out, because if you just use the arms, his torso is not going to be able to invest as much on those sides and in those strikes. So I appreciate the fact that we can really see that and how he drops down in the investment for this part. He takes and travels it up, looks really nice. And I like that everybody else shoots up, boom, right here into a center, a little squat position, boom. I like the arms to reinstate. You still have 10 there. Boom, love the throws from him there. We go, we're getting ready. This was nice, and you have all different choices, and I like the fact that those that are coming through make different choices as well. You got about one going mid, one hopping, one going dropping a little bit lower. We're going high and low. You have one of them look like it was nothing for him. The clap there, right here. This does feel like it's that move right there. Is that a party machine? It's something affiliated with it's a party move. Like it has the name party in it, I feel. Or it could be completely, now I gotta go check, hold on. I think it's a party machine. Let me look at it one more time. It's similar to a party machine, but they shoot it out. So there's a chance that it could be named something else, but a party machine operates similarly, but the hop's different. But anyway, I digress. That's not important. Or maybe it could also be a mix of like a prep for a lock-in. You know, maybe. Anyway, from here, I do like how they establish more of a V in the back. Like the pull through on that, the rotate it around, dropping it down, nice knee swivel. Some of them don't quite have their knees connected. I think that would have really helped in the cleanliness of that particular part, but I appreciate the fullness of it. Then you have dancers in the back. Of course, not everybody's on the same page for this part as much, but it is individualized, and they do make it clear that everyone's hitting on this particular sound, that boom, boom. That little punch, punch, punch. If this part was a smidgen cleaner, I think the individualized choice would have felt more clear, but I can see it for the most part. So we'll give them that for sure. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Dun, 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 dun. Like the body roll, boom, and then they all project forward. Rah! Are any of them growling? No, none of them are. The music is, though. So in all, I really liked this. This was cool. It's different, and it's nice to look at so many people, but in a very structured way. I think they did a great job, and I bet fans loved this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yay for celebrations and getting to look at really fun stuff. If you want to see more NCT, good chance I have it on YouTube, but I have more, and everything gets early released on Patreon, and it comes out on a schedule on YouTube. So if you're somebody who doesn't want to wait and you want to see what I come out with the day that I come out with it, Patreon's going to be the perfect place to do that. I've been having a lot of fun with whenever I take a look at NCT. So far, it's been Patreon requests have been flooded with NCT 127 specifically, and then also NCT 1 Out as one of the 5 to look at for my celebration. So I feel like I'm going to be looking at NCT until I die, but that's okay, because every time I've looked at a routine, I learned something out of it. I feel like you guys teach me something that makes me feel like I can approach the next analysis more effectively, and so I'm here for a good time. I liked this, and I'm excited to see the next equivalents of this in the future. Once again, my name is Jess. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.